Alrighty, we are back for part 2. Had me a nice Christmas dinner. Now I'm gonna have me a nice play of Kerbal. I unlocked, I think, the reaction wheel or something, if I'm not mistaken, which will make it a little bit easier to control my ship, but it's the really small reaction wheel, so I don't expect tremendous results. This time around, though, I'm going to save my Science Junior by putting both a heat shield on it and some landing legs. I didn't think I would need them. I was mistaken. It blew up when I landed, so we're gonna have to do that. The stuff. Retrieve them. Okay, sorry, I'm a little distracted here trying to log on my phone. Let's do coupling. Okay, basically this is the last piece that will blow. These two are separate as they are. Alright, now I'm gonna make this thing a little bit more hefty than my last one by making a double fuel tank. It should give me plenty of delta V if I can get this sucker off the ground. And should I do the more efficient engine? Should I just do these bad boys? I'll do these because 3 of them is more powerful than anything else I've got. Right. Very good. Okay. You know what? Just because aesthetics matter to me, I'll do that. Yeah. There we go. We're not landing on the moon, we're just gonna orbit it this time around. And then now we have to build the okay, well, next step is gonna be to build the stage that gets us to the moon. So let's go coupling, make our bigger decouplers, put it right there, roughly between 2 engines. Yeah, that's about good. Put some fuel tanks, big old hefties. Hefty. Alright, very good. Then I think, nope, just kidding. Why are these? Okay, we're gonna put some regular engines on these. Probably just these big old fatties. Yep, looking real good. Okay, so this is the ship that is going to get us to the moon, or the orbit of the moon. Now we need to build the launch phase, or boost phase? I don't know the actual official word for it, or term for it. We're going to build another phase, whatever that phase may be. Alright. I'm still trying to log on to my video on my phone here. Let me just do that real quick. Live, sort by recent, and it's not showing. Cool, I guess. That didn't work. Ah, here we go. That was much more trouble than it needed to be. I'm on there, so if any of y'all are chatting, I will try to see your messages on my phone. Alright, boost the crap out of this bad boy. Now this one we are going to put a significant amount of boost on. So go coupling, go radial decoupler, put these pretty low, and I'm going to put 4 of them. I'm going to put these big old hefty engines on them. Very good. Put some aerodynamics. Make sure this thing isn't just pushing air, when at all possible anyway. Okay, that looks good. If I had the struts, I would put those on to give this thing a little bit more stability. Sadly, I do not have those. Oh, that does remind me though. Utility. let's put on... Do I have batteries? I do. Okay. A little bit of battery action going on here. We don't need 3 batteries. 2 should do. 2 batteries. Put them on the science module. And then for control, we can actually do something. So I think this is from a mod. I don't know if this is part of the game or if it came in after I stopped playing. But you can put gyroscopes on the side. You don't have to put reaction wheels on. The gyroscope is a torque of 2.5 versus 1 versus 5. So 2 of these is worth 1 of these. It's not a lot of power, but that's okay. I'm gonna go double again. Some gyros on time. This is all adding weight and drag, but I kind of feel like I need it. Very hard to control otherwise. All right, so now we got that. Science time. 2 of everything. 2 goo thingies. 2 thermometers. 2 barometers. Since these are probably less wind resistance, let's do that. And then I think that's all the science I have. I have a Science Junior already. These are just storage units if I want to store the experiments. I should be able to store them all on the cockpit, so I don't need to actually do that. Alright, now I think this should be enough Delta V to get me to the moon. That's a big maybe. Anyway, so let's make sure my stages are good. So the first 4 go, then they get ejected. Wait a sec. Yep, they get blasted off. Next one starts. I'm just going to start it when I blast them off. Then once I blow that one, which is where? Wait, did I forget to couple that? Oh, no way. Whoops. Alright, let's fix that real quick. Coupling. Put that there and then put that on. It's one way to get it to launch, just multiply it times 10. Alright, so that coupling should be somewhere. Right there. So that goes at the same time that the next stage are started. So those right there, okay, that's what we want. Then after those run out, we blow those and we start these engines here. 1591, 938, so that's about 24 something, 28, 37, so 3700 Delta V. Hopefully that's enough. I don't really know what the numbers are supposed to be. I used to know years ago when I played this, but basically I'm starting over. But this might be our shot for the moon, so we'll give it a go. Let's go to launch. Oof, so unstable. I do not have the highest of hopes, but every time I've thought we weren't going to make it, we did fine, so maybe we'll get lucky again. Yeah, it's not enough to even lift me, dude. Oh no, not good. This is not gonna work. Oh no. Alright, well, we're in it to win it, so let's keep going until we crash. don't think I have enough to get to the moon. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I'm a little bit better off than I was on my last launch. Problem is, without struts, my whole ship is super unstable, so I can't add too many rockets to it, otherwise it just flies apart. Let's get to the top of our... Now, thankfully, these are very powerful engines, so if I do get orbit, it will be quickly. It won't take me long. Okay. I'm gonna start my burn a little bit before. It's all even out. Okay, that's good enough. Here we go. Burn through the rest of our fuel in this stage. And start the next stage. I have 647 meters per second of delta V. I need about 900 to circle the moon and come back fairly safe. So yet again, I don't have enough. This time, I'm not going to wait to land this. I'm just going to revert the flight, put a vehicle assembly. We're just going to have to risk more boost. God, I'm so dead. All right. How am I gonna do this? I'll put more boost on. What am I looking for? This guy here. All right, little engine, that could. I don't know. I honestly don't know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna try. Go. Oh man, this is gonna be so unstable. This is just to get us a little bit more boost. One of these has how much delta V? This guy. Does it actually say how much delta V in here? No, it does not. Okay. Okay. Alright, so now I need to make sure that these engines blast with this one here. They're all going to be going off at once. These will need to come off first because they'll run out of fuel before anything else. No, down here, you stupid thing. So these are going to go off with these. They blow off, then the next... Okay, I think the rest is good. Oh, let's try this again. I think it's too unstable, though. Oh man, what a mess. We are lifting much faster now. Barely lifting, but we're already pretty high, so we're out of the majority of the atmosphere. Now I just gotta keep control of this rocket. Let's see, what's my apoapsis at? Yeah, so I still can turn it. Let's bring it to 90 degrees. Hey, we're getting up there. this may be the one that works. Looking pretty good. All of our stuff's falling back to the planet. Very good. It will all blow up. There's a way to see when you're at your collapses. I've been unable to figure that out, and I don't really understand that part yet. But that's okay. I could just watch it from here. It's less cinematic, I guess, but whatever. Okay. Now we begin the burn. I'm going to start it a little bit beforehand. We have a lot of thrust in these three engines. Should be able to get in orbit pretty quickly. So that's 87. It's close enough. I can work with that. I've got over 1,000 delta V. That should be more than enough to at least orbit the moon and come home. Now, if I really want to help my chances, I will change my declination, I think it's called, or something like that, so that I'm on the same orbital circle as the moon here. I'm basically... like you can see, the moon's not at a perfect flat angle, it's sort of turned. But I think I'm not going to do that because I can't afford any delta V. My main goal here is to just get to the moon and back. I'm not landing, I'm just being close to it, just getting into its orbit. Looks like that's going to do it. And then after the maneuver, parapsis of 121,000 meters. That's perfect because I can use what's left to get even closer. Okay, so that cost me 846 meters a second. I have 1,013, so I'll have a little bit left over. My parapsis on the moon. I'm only going to be in high orbit of the moon, but that should be okay. That's enough for the science I need. So my maneuver happens in 22 minutes, so we're going to fast forward time. Get 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, slowing down the time advance. Okay, about 30 seconds, let's go maneuver. Where is it? Right there. Gonna turn my ship in the correct direction. Should have plenty of electric charge. I do indeed. The node hits in about 10 seconds. I'm probably gonna start this burn just before. Start it right now. And we're gonna burn out of the atmosphere. Boom. Should be good enough. Now let's see what our orbit looks like. Yes, indeed. We will be quite close to the planet, or to the moon. 652,000 meters. Now I could do a maneuver that puts me in actual orbit of it. We'll see what that looks like when we get there though. So let's fast forward time. Bye, Kerbal. Here comes the moon. The mun. Almost in orbit of it. Okay, we are technically orbiting the moon right now. Now, if I do this, if I slow down early, that should drop me into stable orbit. But see, I don't have the delta V to do that. I think we're just gonna have to live with this being what is it called? Distant space or something like that. It'll say space high above the moon, I think it is. So yeah, that's what we'll do, because I think low from the moon is really low. You have to be like 40,000 meters or something, 40 kilometers. So let's do all of our science. Do mystery goo. Good. Pressure data. Oh yeah, look at all that science. We're gonna be able to unlock more. Temperature. Let's go crew report. Very good. Science. $50 science for that alone. Love it. Now we're gonna do a little spacewalk above the moon. Yay, Jebediah. Alright, so Jebediah, you go ahead and do your EVA report. 16 more science. Now we're gonna collect all that science that we just did, just in case it blows up. Let's collect. Take. Here. Close the doors. I don't know if it... Store all of our experiments on board. Okay, we're good. Now we just go inside, buckle in, and he is good to go. So now all that's left to do is return to Kerbal, hopefully not dead. Oh, someone is talking on my chat. Let's see, we got Dodge. Well, Merry Christmas to you too, man. Merry Christmas indeed. We got another, I don't know, 5-6 hours before Christmas Day. Let's see here. So I'm gonna go through my orbit. I might burn up. This whole thing might not have been. This might have been for nothing actually, because I'm gonna be hitting Kerbal, whatever, really steeply. Okay, now what can I do to hit the atmosphere not as steeply? See if I can, if I have the delta V to do something. Okay, yep, okay, there we go. So if I speed up ever so slightly, my periapsis at 44,000 meters, that's enough to start dragging on the atmosphere. That's all I need. 23 delta V to do that, and I've got 167 to spare. So if I do it wrong, I can come back and try again. Let's fast forward a little bit. Oh jeez! Oh god, too fast. Ugh. Okay, well let's. I think we're okay because we're really far from the planet. Oh, all right. Okay, that should be enough. Periapsis 47,000 meters. That's perfect. Now I'm gonna have to aero brake. I think. Yeah, I see what you're saying about burning retrograde when I get into the atmosphere. My concern is when I'm in 40,000 meters above the sea, it might burn this thing up under my feet and then blow everything up. So I think I should just ditch this thing before I hit the atmosphere and just let natural aero braking slow me down. It might take a couple. Orbits, but should work. Now, if I collect data, let's see, if I collect data from here, I might not have done high orbit yet. Yeah, I haven't. Oh, sweet. Oh, I'm gonna get so much science. Pressure data. Okay. Yeah, baby. Collect that science. And alright, then I'm going to store it all. Get inside. Alright, I think we're ready. I'm gonna fast forward time. I don't know. Should I risk burning in the atmosphere? Yeah, it is risky, man. I don't want to risk it. I'm too scared. I think I'm just gonna eject the stage and just let the atmosphere deal with it. Alright, so let's go, boom. So that is gonna, that's actually gonna be on the same trajectory as us. I hope that I don't kill myself running into my own engine. But retrograde. Go. Oh. See if we die. Oh, I just thought of something. My landing gear is gonna burn off, and I'm gonna lose the science module again. Thankfully, I collected the data from it, so whatever, no big deal. Alright, here we go. Entering atmosphere. And I don't even know what happened to the other piece, so I guess we're alright. I don't know where that is. Gonna burn up somewhere. Alright, so we're dropping down. Yep, you can see it's already starting to get warm. See the little heat ring around it. I have a feeling that this landing gear is not gonna survive. Look at the map. It should show that my apoapsis is dropping rapidly. Yep, sure enough. Slowly but surely. It's dropping big time. I might get one more orbit, or I'll slow down enough that I don't. But it looks like I'm about to lose something. Yep, there goes all my science stuff. Thankfully, I gathered all that data on purpose, because I knew something was like that was going to happen. And now the heat shield is stuck on me from the science module. Alright. Okay, scary. Not good. This is not good. This is very not good. Oh man. Come on, little ship, you got this. You do it, little guy. Jebediah's gotta be cooking. As the kids say, we're so cooked. Oh man. Thank God that these modules have built-in heat shields too. Or at least they're more heat resistant. I think I am gonna get another orbit too. Dude. Well, my next entry should be much safer. I can't fast forward time either, I just gotta burn. This thing is literally not part of my ship right now, it's just there. It's just caught on me. It's a completely separate item. And I have a feeling that the heat that's coming off the side right here is burning into my ship, but it's okay, I'm not dead. Alright, yep, sure enough, I'm doing another orbit. Okay. Speed up time a little bit. I'm afraid to go any faster because it'll break everything. Physics. Okay, we're getting into higher atmosphere. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Okay. Alright, now we can speed it up significantly faster. Come on. Still can't do it till I get to like 100. Maybe I have to... Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Whee! Let's try that again, shall we? Oh, finally the heat shield is... Oh, this is not good because if that heat shield comes back, it's gonna slam into me and I lose everything. Well, good luck, myself. Hopefully I just get lucky and it bypasses me. Closer, getting closer. Okay, slowing down. Okay, heat shield. Oh my gosh, dude, that's like a knife just looming over me. Oh, oh boy, it's at an angle though, so I might be alright. It might just catch the wind different and go flying by me. Here we go, entering atmosphere again. Now those YouTubers that are really good at this game and they know exactly what to do. I find this game's a lot more fun when you only kind of know what to do. Then you survive unexpectedly and you're like, oh, this is great, I made it. Okay, we're entering some atmosphere. Should start dragging on us soon. Actually, probably already is. Let's see. Nope, apoapsis isn't falling yet, so we haven't hit atmosphere yet. Any second now. Yeah, Tom, the heat shield. Oh, here we go. Now I'm hitting atmosphere. The pods themselves are like a heat shield. They actually, they can resist quite a bit of heat, quite a bit of drag. I don't remember the exact figures. Okay, good. This thing is lighter, so it's catching the wind more, and I should be okay. But yes, your pod itself works like a heat shield. Now, it's got its limits, and I might be past them because I'm still going very fast, 2,600 meters a second. But we'll see. I am fairly high in the atmosphere. Oh. It's taking heat. Batteries this time are probably going to burn off, which is fine. I don't need them. Normally I would put a heat shield on the pod, Tom, but I put it on the science module expecting it to survive, and unfortunately that did not happen. Science module blew up and the heat shield just happened to stay on, sort of. We're burning now, baby. Orbit is dropping. I don't think we're going to do another orbit. I think this is the one that will break us into the actual planet. Maybe next time I'll put heat sinking fins on the module. I've never actually used those. Look at that cool effect. That's that Firefly, I think it's called the Serenity mod or something like that. It's the burning effect from that movie. Very cool. Surprisingly, my batteries are not falling off yet. Interesting. Oh, that's my barometers. Oh. Good luck, barometers. Oh, no, don't speed up time. Alright, what do we got here? We're down to 150. Yeah, I think this is it. This is definitely it. We're not going to do another orbit. We're going to plunge, from the looks of it, into the sea, or if we're really lucky, we'll land right on the Space Center. That would be amazing. What an amazing irony. Not irony, coincidence? Happenstance? Yep, here we go. Okay, we are going to hit the planet. So, be slowing down due to drag. Yep, 2,300 meters a second, and slowing. Currently over their version of the Pacific from the looks of it. First sonic boom. That means we're in thick enough atmosphere to hear it. I think that's a mod too. I don't recall that being part of the base game. I have a whole bunch of mods that I just threw on here from I saw a Reddit post about most recommended mods, and I didn't even vet them. I just said, okay, these look good, and then I just downloaded all of them. Okay, good. I think that burn I player is... It's gotta be my heat shield. It's burning up in the upper atmosphere. Man, so many sonic booms. Looking like I might land on the ground. Yeah, because there's a continent right there. thermometers are champs. Yeah, I think so, Tom. I think this is going to be a success. I mean, on the bright side, now that my science module burned away and exploded, this thing's going to be really light, so it's more than enough. My parachute is more than enough to handle what's left of me. I just got to make sure that I slow down enough before I deploy it, otherwise it'll just get ripped off and burn up. And then I will die. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to hit land. Might just miss it. That's too bad, too. So I already taken samples of the water. I could use samples of other biomes. Go. No longer burning. Ooh. Auto? Is that the one I'm looking for? On this character, I have not been to the moon, to answer your question. However, once upon a time, a long time ago, when this game was still being developed, I basically landed on every planet, outer planets, all the moons of those planets, but it has been years since I did that, so I'm basically starting over at this point. I don't remember how to play very much. I just remember some basic information, like using the atmosphere to brake, like 5,000 meters is roughly where you want to deploy your chute. 5,000 meters, or it might have been 10, is roughly where you want to start turning your ship when you're launching. Again, that's kind of on an old memory, so I might be wrong on that one. Okay, we're about ready for chute. Turn off this SAS. Doesn't need to be on. We just let gravity do the work. We're gonna land in the ocean. But yeah, I had a moon base. The hardest one for me back in the day, and I'm sure it'll be hard again when I try to do it again, is making a space station and docking with it and using it as a refuel station. The whole control, what is it called? Docking mode right here. The whole docking mode is really confusing to me, and I'm not very good with the controls in it. But I'll figure it out. Speed this up. I should have enough science to get a better launch vehicle and actually get to the moon, orbit the moon at a low orbit, and if I have enough fuel left, I might even land on it, take some samples. And splash. Beautiful. Cover, see what we got. $197 science out of that. Wow. Not bad. Okay. We can spend that on important things. So first thing is construction, because that gives me the struts, which will make my ship way more stable. I would say aviation, but I don't really need it. I'm not going to be flying above Mars just yet. Let's go advanced construction. Need a bunch more separators. Fuel systems gives me the fuel ducts, which lets me... Ooh, that's probably what I'm going to get. But that lets me have stages to my rocketry. Propulsion, science, systems, excuse me, gives me better engines. Heavy rocketry gives me the huge launch rockets. That would be super helpful, but I can get away with not using those yet. I think we're going to go for fuel systems. Yeah, we're definitely doing it. 62 research left. I could do aviation. But again, why? Why would I do it? I don't need it. Enhanced survivability gives me nothing at all. leads to another tech, which leads to another tech, which gives me command modules. But that's a problem for another time, so we're not going to do that. I think we're good with what we got, so let's see if I can build something that'll get me to the moon. Right, you disgusting mess of a ship. I'm gonna get rid of that. Start all over with that. So we know that the shield was not enough. Don't really know what to do about that. To be honest, I don't care if this part burns up, because I'm going to take all the experiments from it anyway. So yeah, actually, let's do this. Let's put the shield on the actual module. It's not really needed very much, but just in case. And then separator. In fact, I don't need these landing struts anymore, because I know I'm going to blow this thing up on purpose. And because I know I'm going to blow it up on purpose, I'm going to separate it out. Yeah, okay, now I'm feeling better about this. Another trick I remember from way back in the day is if you remove the monopropellant from your ship, you gain like 10 tons or 10 pounds or something. So it makes you lighter because you're not going to use that monopropellant. I'll see you later, Tom. Alright, so I think I'm good here. Another separator. Decoupler, whatever they're called. Okay, that'll do. Then, no new science. Nope. Gotta design. I have to design a ship that will get me to the moon, possibly land on the moon if I have enough to spare, and come home. It's the smaller tanks. Rocco Maxes are the big guys. Gonna need an adapter. I think it's this one. So this one has 405 liquid fuel. This is 720. This is the one I want. Oh, geez, that's huge. That. No. This? It is this. Behold. Sweet. Oh, this one's got more. Go away. Yes! Alright, looking good. Now, put an engine on this thing. I want it to be a pretty low powered engine. That's a little too low. It's also, wait, what? Is there not an engine that fits this? Oh, because I didn't do the tech for it. Okay, do this. How am I gonna do this? No, there's a. It's been so long since I played. I'm trying to remember. I think I remember now. Okay, so these need to be 4s. That. And then I make decouplers. Times 2. Take this. And do it again. Okay. Then I put fuel tanks on these. Big old bad boys. It's gonna drive me insane. Gotta be pretty close to eat. Okay, I guess so. And then, yep. For these. engines for this, which, because I haven't unlocked the tech for the better engines, I'm gonna have to put these dinky little ones on. Shoot. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. Let's try this. This is not gonna work. I think this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try. Maybe it will, actually. I don't know. Depends on how good this game is at doing physics. If this game is like, it's close enough, then I'm good. If the game is a stickler, then I'm not. I'm gonna die. Let's put some struts on. Good. More struts. Very good. And secure this to the hole. Very good. Now we're going to do fuel. You remember this. You connect one set of tanks to another set of tanks. Then that set of tanks to the base tank. And then you start dropping these pieces off as you burn through them. So this is going to be our actual stuff that we use in space. Now we have to get this thing into space in the first place. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Now I gotta get the sequence right for blowing these tanks. So it's gonna be these ones first. All the engines should be going at the same time. So the first to blow need to be... I can't see it. Yes, it does need to be that. And it needs to be this one on the left. Yeah. Then the next one's going to be the entire system. Then the pod, and then the chute. Okay. So that is what we want. Yeah. Alright, sorry if I'm not a very chatty YouTuber. Generally speaking, I'm really just concentrating. So if you don't like it, that's fine. Go away. Alright, so fuel booster rather. Now this is the part that's gonna be a little bit ridiculous. This thing's gonna have a ton of boosters to get me to space. So I apologize in advance, it's gonna look stupid, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna work quite well. Coupling, let's put the big guy. It's not right. Ejection force 250 versus. Yeah, there we go. That's the one we want. Even though the piece I'm putting on it is small, I don't think the game knows the difference. Yeah. Okay. So this will be in a separate stage, and then now we just go to Insano mode and we add a ton of boosters. This is going to be a meme in the making. I don't know, man. This is a lot of power with very little control. I don't have hardly any inline reaction wheels. I don't know. I really don't know. We'll give it a go. If we get it on the first try, I'm going to be very excited. I just feel like this is not going to do it. This is just going to be disaster. Actually, why do I even need these? I need to blow those because they're all going to blow up at the same time. Dang, okay, hold on. Screwed that up. I just need regular old struts. Which is going to look even more ridiculous, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, yeah, that kind of works, sort of. This thing's gonna fall under its own weight. Good goodness. Okay, so 691, that's not enough to escape the planet. I mean, what's the point of this last piece in the first place? I don't know. Alright, we'll try it. I honestly think this is not gonna do it. This is a bit much. Let me put some more gyroscopes on just for the heck of it. Parachute, star shot. Where are the gyroscopes at? Man and control. The ones, 2.5, is that what I want? Let's go put a whole bunch of them on. Okay. This is stupid. It's not gonna work. Alright. Here we go. To the moon! This is totally not gonna work. The ship is just too heavy. So heavy. It'll probably blow up on the launch pad. Oh! How is it not? Okay. Okay, we're okay. Everyone's okay. Okay, I'm scared to launch this thing. Look at it go. It's like a fat person trying to jump over a hurdle. Come on, fatty. Yeah, this is not gonna work. There's no way I'm not gonna get anywhere near to space. That's not gonna do it. That's not gonna do it. So we're gonna just try something slightly different. I know what to do. I can fix this. I can fix this. Okay. We just need more boost. You know, when in doubt, more boost. Always more boost. Let's go a little bit more structurally sound. Sure, that'll work. And more boost. It's gonna be stupid. Alright. There we go. More boost. And you know what? Maybe not there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so surely this will not end in disaster. Yeah, surely not. And let's put on a little bit of, what is that? Aerodynamics? Yep. Okay. And more struts. You know, you never have too many struts. Saying. Yep, looking good. Looking. Oh, that didn't work. I should have known better. More struts like that. Yeah, that's kind of okay, I guess. 104 meters a second. That's probably still not near enough to get to space. Hey, what's up, A2? A2 and Snail? I'm just gonna call you Snail, alright? So, I'm trying to get to space and then to the moon. I know this stage will get me to the moon just fine, and orbit it just fine. It's my launch stage that's a little bit much. Oh, I can do these. I might as well. Let's put one on each of these. Okay. It's a Frankenstein, but hey, man. It might work. It just might. It probably won't. My goodness, look at that. It actually didn't fall apart instantly, so that's a promising start. Now all my engines are on that except for my one booster. Probably just put that booster here, to be honest. Let's do that. Yeah. Alright. May or may not be a bad idea, but let's see what happens. Oh shoot! Oh no! I screwed that up. Okay, well hopefully we can still salvage this. Look at this big old fatty. Oh man, I don't even have enough thrust. Enough thrust to get up into space. That's not good. That was loud. Okay, so once we hit 100, or we're going to get close to 100, then we're going to start a burn to actually begin our orbit. I think I have enough to do that. 1,517 meters a second. Actually, technically I have 3,900, so that's tons of delta V. Should be enough to do a proper orbit and go to the moon and orbit the moon at low orbit and return. Possibly even land on the moon, but I don't have landing gear, so probably shouldn't do that. Getting there. Normally you can just create a maneuver and do it that way, but I'm just kind of manually doing it today. Let's go for full burn, baby. Good. A bit more. Okay. So 89,000 periapsis is fine. Once I get to this one here at 100, no. I'll just tighten my orbit. Let's get over here. I'm gonna waste a little bit of fuel going retrograde, but shouldn't take much. I got tons of fuel, so I'm fine. So we're going retro. We're gonna lower this down to a semicircular orbit. Okay, so we're at 89,000, 89,000. Nice. All right, so now we're going to the moon. And since we have the fuel to spare, I will even match my orbit to the moon at the anode point, or ascending node. So let's go maneuver. Then we're going to adjust a bit. It's the other way. 0.1, 0.4, 0.3. Alright, 0.1's pretty good, and it takes very little to do that. So on our first pass, we're gonna do this. 5, 4, 3, 2. Position for the maneuver. There, you know what, Snail, there is a way to check weight. I honestly don't remember. It's been years since I've played, so kind of like relearning here. But there is a way to do it. I know there's a way to see what you're, like, my delta V is what I go off of. So these numbers here on the left, I have 4,061 delta V total left on my ship. It takes about 850 to get to the moon, give or take. So that leaves me a ton. That leaves me almost 3,000 to do whatever I want to do once I get to the moon. Technically, I could probably orbit the moon at low orbit and then orbit, what's that, the little one? Minmus also, and then return and still have fuel to spare. That's my hope. I'm thinking of landing on the moon, but probably not. The ship isn't designed for that. I have no landing gear. I'm very long and spherical, and I don't have RCS, so I don't really trust that I'll be able to stay standing if I land. I'll probably fall over. With my luck, I'll land on the side of a crater and I'll just fall over. Alright, so our maneuver's in 28 seconds. Speed it up a little bit. And it's there, almost there, almost there. 7 seconds. I go full blaster. And cut it. Just do a little bit. That's close enough. Alright, so that should put my orbit fairly similar to the moon. Yeah, 0.0 or 0.1, negative 0.1. So my orbit's pretty close to what the moon's orbit. There's a name for it, like matching the ascending and descending nodes. But anyway, let's see. The moon is here. So if I want to intercept it, I probably need to go about here. Yep, ooh, good guess myself. I want to get this possibility of getting close to the moon. The periapsis at 512,000 meters. That's fine. That takes 841, so yeah, it's pretty close to saying 850. And I have fuel for days, so this is not a problem. Let's do this. Speed up time. Okay, good. 2, 1. Oh, geez, okay. All right, and then maneuver. Gonna get into position. I don't know if these gyroscopes are part of the base game or my mods, to be honest. But they're really cool. They make it so I don't have to put reaction wheels on everything. Alright, so it's an 841 meters a second. I'm almost out of fuel on these external tanks, but that's fine. Because I have an entire Rockomax center here with tons of Delta V, so this should be fine. Alright, here we go. Burning. that should be fine. I can work with the rest. So it looks like we're gonna have a periapsis of 517,000 meters, and I can enter orbit from that, no problem. We still got 3,000 plus delta V, so we got this thing in the bag. Now my goal on this flight is to get into low orbit of the moon, and once I do that, take all my science stuff, and I think I'm gonna have enough to get in orbit of Minmus as well, and do some more science there. So I should be coming home with a boatload of science. Now I do remember that if I go to the periapsis and then I go to retrograde, it should drop me into orbit. Okay, close enough. Retrograde. Yeah, looking good. All right, now we slow down, basically. We got lots of time, so I don't need to slow down quickly. I learned more about orbital mechanics from this game than I ever could have learned in school, unless I actually went to school to be a rocket scientist. Alright, now we're going to drop our apoapsis down to about, let's say 30,000 meters. That should count as the lower orbit of the moon. More. Okay, that's good enough. Now, I think 40,000 is considered low orbit, so this should be plenty. We're just gonna swing around the moon here. Whee! Okay. Get into retro, not like I have to worry about atmosphere or anything. I don't think this is lower orbit yet. I have to get very close because it's a very low gravity body. Alright, now this should count as low orbit. Let's find out if I am correct. I go observe mystery goo. While in space near the moon. Yep. Okay, so we are in low orbit. Let's do all the rest. Log pressure data. Hey, what do you know? There's no pressure in space. We knew that. Temperature. Do a crew report. All that's great. Now we're going to do our science module. Great, 75 science. Now, last but not least, Jebediah, who has somehow survived everything I've thrown at him. Gonna do an EVA report. Got it. And now you're gonna collect all those experiments because these are all gonna probably burn off before I land anyway. Oh no, not reset. Gosh darn it. Ugh. Hold on. You just get back in. Ugh. Okay, let's try that again. Third mystery goo. That's what we want. Now, hop back out, Jebediah. I blame you. It's your fault for being a Kerbal. Collect data. That's what I want. Got it. Okay. And then I think I already got these. Take data. There is no data. Yep. Collect data. Close doors. All right. Now I think he can go inside. After he stores it all. In you go, Kerbal. Good. Okay. So we finished above the moon, and we still have 2,800 plus delta V. That is tons. Now, I could... In fact, I will. I'm going to slow this orbit down so it's more spherical. Let's go retrograde. Let's make this more of a sphere. And I really could attempt to land on the moon. I just don't have landing gear, so it'd be very dangerous. Yes, I do have a heat shield on it. It should be fine, but the heat shield doesn't stop the burning of the items on top of the pod, it seems. I ran into this issue on my last launch. Oh, geez, wrong way. Okay, that's That's a really tight orbit. All right, I'm not going any closer. Now, I want to go to Minmus. I have to take into account the fact that it's on a different orbital angle. But just for the heck of it, let's see. I did a maneuver here. What would that do for me? Minmus would be way over here, and I would be somewhere way back here. Okay, so not it. That's looking more likely. Okay, let's sped it up. Load it down, perhaps. Yeah, let's do that. Let's slow that orbit down big time. You know, I can do this, and then I can add a maneuver that will slow me down on the way, and that should line me up. Okay, so that's 427 meters a second. Yeah, I can do that. I can get away with that. I'm out of a really funky orbit. And if I was taking my time, I could fix this. In fact, where am I? Am I under the orbit? What if I adjusted this slightly upwards? That would put me pretty close. Slow it down just a wee bit, but that makes it worse. Problem is, Minmus has very low gravity. Oh, look at that! Look at that! I can actually do it. Holy smokes. Okay, this is great. Alright, that maneuver is in 5 minutes, so let's speed it up. Well, I'm going to get a lot of science for this, and I'm going to be able to build a proper ship that can land on the moon. And let's go maneuver. I have electricity here. I do. I have electric charge. It's not great. Didn't think of that. Do I not charge with these engines? These non-charging? I don't really know how that works. But whatever. We're going for it. So here we go. 6 seconds. And... blammo! When you say transmit, Snail, do you mean transmit my data? Because you lose a lot in the transmission if you just use your default transmitter. So my goal is going to be to try and get this ship home after all this. So I'll get the maximum science that way. Okay, go. Should have me going... Yeah, I don't get electric charge from these engines. Shoot, I did not know that. That could be bad. That could be very bad. If I run out of charge in the middle of space, this is not good. All right, here we go. At least it doesn't use charge when I fast forward time. Okay, now I should probably take a reading while in high orbit of Minmus, just because next time I come back I'll probably be in low orbit. I mean, I've got tons of Delta V to spare, so it doesn't matter all that much. Observe the mystery goo. There's some more science. There's even more science there. Sadly I cannot reuse this guy here, and I could do another crew report, but it would overwrite the existing ones. So let's see here. Go ahead and collect that data. Now if I lose these modules, I don't really care, because he'll have it on board. Store it. And here you go. Now we just gotta get home and not die. So, in order to do that, let's see, if I stayed on this trajectory, it will throw me out of the entire orbit of Kerbal or Kerbin. I don't know why I keep saying that. So let's do this. Let's hopefully not lose what's left of our battery. I'm gonna go retro. And slower orbit. Okay, that's good enough. That puts me orbiting Kerbal at least. Yeah, so let's just do that. Speed up time very, very fast. Way I go. Gosh, I'm probably going to be at like 50 meters a second out here because I'm so far from the planet. Yep, going quite slow. Not that slow, but slow. All right, so let's go retrograde orbit again. What am I doing on power? Okay, I've got enough power to get home. Now, here's the tricky part. I need to slow down in the atmosphere of Kerbal. Kerbal? God, I don't know why I keep getting that wrong. I think the first pass I can't do it because I'll be going so fast that I'll just burn everything up. So I'm going to try and close the loop. Get inside of the orbit. Okay, just like that. Because I don't want to accidentally run into the moon. Alright, perfect. Now let's speed up time. Really, I'm going slow now. I hope Jebediah brought some snacks, because this is like a 1-year journey. You know, single-person command pod. Alright, now that we're roughly paraapsis, let's go retrograde again. Good, yep. There is, where's the planet? Oh, there it is. Beautiful. So we're going to slow down. We got fuel to spare to do this. Slow down enough that we don't have to worry about running into the moon on accident. Okay, we're down to 1700 delta V, that's fine. I'm going to slow down until I'm in a very close orbit of the planet, but not enough to hit the atmosphere. Because I can then slow down at that periapsis, however you say it, and basically hit the atmosphere at a fairly safe speed. Safe, relatively speaking. I mean, I'll be going thousands of meters a second. And come on. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, 100,000 meters. I'm gonna get this down to about 86,000. There we go. That's just above the atmosphere. Just enough to not cause drag. I think it starts at 80 or 85 or something. So we're going to get real close. Whoa! Very good. We're doing on electricity. Ooh, it's getting tight. Getting tight. So let's go retrograde. Slow this bad boy down so that I won't burn up when I hit the atmosphere. Yeah, this is great. I had enough fuel to do everything. Next time we go up, we're definitely going to land on the moon. We're going to take some samples. Get all that science. Then from there, I should have enough science to go anywhere. So I'm down to about 100 meters a second left. I'll wait just in case I don't have enough to hit the atmosphere, but I think I do. Yeah, I do. Okay, cool. Perfect. So I'll hit it at 46,000 meters. That's enough to cause drag, which should slow me down enough to land. So, I'm going to get rid of this module. Woo! Away it goes. Now I have my science module here still attached, but I already took the experiments from it, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Shazam! I've got my heat shield. All my experiments which are stored inside, so I don't need these modules. In fact, I'd like them to burn off. And should be golden. let's just fall into the atmosphere and see what happens. How about it? And I have full electric charge because it transfers it to your module first and then towards the batteries. Your module will always be fully charged till everything else is empty. Or your module, your command module, I mean. Select retrograde. Looks like I'm probably gonna land on land. Haven't hit atmosphere yet because this isn't changing. As soon as it starts moving, I will have hit atmosphere. 887 still. I thought the atmosphere started at 80, but is it 70? At 71,000 meters. Still hasn't slowed me down. Gosh, I hope I didn't make a mistake here. I think I'm good. Okay, coming up on 70,000. Number still isn't changing. There we go. Now it's changing. I'm just starting to hit atmosphere here. So it starts at 69.5. I'll have to remember that. Well, this is going to be the gentlest atmospheric entry of all time. Short of just landing with your thrusters, I guess. Yep, okay, it's dropping. But it's looking like I'm definitely going to hit the ocean unless I'm lucky and skip over the ocean right here and land close to my base, but I don't think so. I'm not that skilled. Let's see, am I generating heat yet? Dang, it really is going to be the cleanest atmospheric entry I've ever done. Speed it up a little bit. Ever so slightly. Starting to generate heat. Okay. I might land on the dark side of the plane. At this rate. There we go. Yeah, we're cooking, boys and girls. Puts me still on the dark side of the planet, but I think the atmosphere is going to slow me enough to where I land somewhere in the land here. And if I'm lucky, it will be a biome I haven't been to, and I could get a little bit more science from taking a surface sample of Kerbal. Look at that, that's that Firefly mod. Adds that cool entry effect. Love it. Sonic boom. base is just right down there. I'm flying over the launch pad. Sonic boom. Alright. Oh, this is gonna give me so much science. Oh, no way. Am I gonna hit the water? Aww. Keep getting water landings. At least I'm landing at sunset. If I remember right, one of my mods gives you sunsets, and volumetric clouds and everything. So it should look really pretty. We're at a safe speed to deploy the chute, but I'm going to wait till 5,000 meters, and then we should gently drop. And my modules survived, all of them. There we go, through the clouds. Gonna get a sunset. No? Aw. Unfortunate. Still pretty though. Only a lot of graphical improvements with these mods. You can see the shadows. That's pretty cool. Oh jeez, I should have probably deployed my chute. Whoops. Too busy checking out all the cool effects. That's gorgeous. Oh, we can turn that off. We don't need that on anymore. Well, Jebediah, you have now orbited this planet, the moon, and Minmus. And you've survived a number of disasters. Speed it up, sucker. Look at that. That's pretty. It's amazing what the modders have done to this game. They've turned it into basically Kerbal Space Program 2 because the developers sure failed. Well, it wasn't really the developers' fault. As I understand it, the company that bought them basically shut it all down right after buying them and is just collecting profits from people stupid enough like that, not knowing that it'll never be developed again. Alright, so we're going to recover. Let's see what we got. Come on, baby. Give me some science. It's 357. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, this is great. Now we can build a proper rocket. We're definitely going to get heavy rocketry because we need the better launch engines. Propulsion systems, yes. I don't even have propulsion that matches these fuel tanks. It's embarrassing. And I could go advanced construction, which is fairings that will help me with my aerodynamics when I take off. Actual aerodynamics, but that's more for flying. Landing, so I could get some proper struts. Oh, that's the hard part. Flight control, which I really need because it's hard to steer this ship. Space exploration. Oh man, all these are really good. These are all useful. Electrics are useful. Cycling and storage? That must be a mod. Hydroponics. Oh yeah, that's all for building a base, which I plan to do eventually. But we're not there yet. For now, let's just try to land on a dang body. So, what do I want to do? Bearings are super important. They help me take off a lot easier. I have just under the amount of science I need to do 2 of these too. So use one more. I guess I'll do this one. The control is so good. killing me. Okay, just pull the band-aid off. Alright, well, I think that's it for this evening, folks, and until next time, I'll get a proper launch vehicle, and we're going to try to land on the moon next time. Save my game. And then quit to main menu, and I'm done here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Snail, for joining me, and Tom. And quit. There we go. Maybe it'll just freeze for all time. Alright, well, while that closes.